Hey guys, Austin here with the College Station MESBG Fellowship. We are getting our first battle rep in to prepare for the upcoming Houston, Texas tournament, which will be the first tournament in the Texas MESBG State League as a qualifier to see who will be the state champion at the end of this year. So for fun, I wanted to run one of my favorite armies in Lord of the Rings, which is the Harad. I brought a heavy shooting list, maxed out bows with Theoden, the Betrayer, and the Harad King, just for some extra might. And then my friend Davis is going to be bringing Rohan today, and we're going to be playing on my Pelennor Fields board as a thematic game to have some fun with. So guys, stay tuned. We'll be rolling for priority and let you know what the scenario we are playing. Alright guys, so we rolled for the scenario. We are playing Command the Battlefield, which is one of my favorite scenarios out of the new ones that just came out in the match play guide. So for this scenario, we're going to be trying to control the four corners of the board, getting at least twice as many models over our opponent. We're going to try and wound our leaders or kill them to try and get points, and we're also going to try and break the opponent's leader to get points. So guys, stay tuned. We'll be right back to roll for priority. Alright guys, for turn one, here is priority. Alright, so it goes to Harad, so we'll be right back after deployment. Alright guys, we are back, and we are playing on this beautiful Pelennor Fields board that was made by the excellent Alex Wright, and so just to show you all the armies, the Betrayer's army over here showed up on this board edge with his Watchers of Karna. All these guys are Watchers of Karna. Some of them are Harad warriors, but they're just proxies for Watchers of Karna, so I don't have my other ones painted up yet. And then Theoden's warband showed up here, and on the north board edge, and all these guys are Harad Raiders or Serpent Guard. They're just proxies. I've got the camels as proxies for them right now. And then over here, we have Theoden. His warband showed up to the north, and Durnhelm showed up right over here next to one of my Harad Raiders. And so they are right here on the north board edge. He is playing Theoden's Legendary Legion. We have Aemir over here. And then we have Elfhelm right here. We have Theodred, who's being proxied for Elfhelm. We have some Rohan warriors. We have Gambling over here on the east board edge, and then all the way over here on the south board edge, I have my Harad King, which I'm proxying with a Mahud King, and then he's got some Harad Raiders and some Serpent Guard over here in his warband. So we'll be right back for priority for turn 2. Alright guys, we are back at the end of movement for turn 2. My Harad King called a heroic march, so he moved up 15 inches with his boys. Theoden and his warband over here just moved up full 6 inches, that way they can get closer for shooting. And then Theoden over here called a heroic move to counter against Durnhelm to try and be able to, and Durnhelm moved here. She ended up winning the roll-off, so she got to move first. And she kind of moved over there to protect herself, and I was trying to counter so that I could potentially trap her where she was at. So we're getting ready to do combat, so we'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back. So after combat for turn 1, this guy right here, he fought this combat and won the fight with the banner and wounded the horse, and the guy landed on his feet. The guy then Aemir next to him. Aemir won the fight, and but did not wound the rider, unfortunately. And then on the next one, this guy also won the fight and wounded the horse and made the rider royal guard go on his feet. And then same thing with the last one, also killed the horse and made the rider go on his feet. So great turn for Harad on turn 1. Now we'll go into turn 2 priority. All right, priority for turn 2. Or turn 3, I should say. So it goes to Harad again. We'll be right back after movement. Alright guys, we are back at the end of movement for turn 3. So my Harad King here moved up 10 inches, and these two guys moved half, so they can shoot. Those are Haradrim Raiders with bows, so they're not actually Serpent Guard. And then over here, the Betrayer and his Watchers of Karna, they moved up full so they could get in range for shooting next turn. And then over here, we have a giant mosh pit. Theoden, who is right here, called to death. So it's going to be a big turn for the Rohan, and we'll see how shooting goes. And then, unfortunately for Rohan, none of the throwing spears wounded. But over here we have Theoden going against Elfhelm in the combat, and my Haradrim Raiders with war spears charged into Elfhelm to trap him. And then we've just got a line of combats over here with everybody getting heroic combats. So, guys, we'll be right back after this shooting and let you know how it goes. All right, guys, after the recap for combat, my two archers here were shooting into gambling. They both missed their shots. And then over here, Éomer won his combat with the Harad Raider that he charged into. So with his heroic combat from the to death, he charged into another guy that was on Elfhelm. Theoden and these two guys were on Elfhelm. We both called a heroic strike. Both went up to the same fight value. Both rolled a 6 on the fight, and then I won the roll-off on a 3. And then I was able to deal 4 wounds to Elfhelm to kill him. So that was a lucky shot for me. Very close. And then over here, Elfhelm won the first fight, killed the guy, and then charged into another Harad Raider and lost the fight and lost the horse, and then rolled a 1 and was prone on that combat. And then overall, I lost 3 guys from the to death that they didn't called. So we're moving on to turn 4 for priority. All right, here we go, turn 4. All right, I got a 5, so it goes to Harad again. All right, guys, here's a short recap on the turn. The Betrayer moved in, tried to cast Transfix on Éomer, who charged into Theoden. He failed his Transfix, rolling 2 2s and a 1, so very sad Betrayer there. On my shooting, my guys all shot. I killed one guy who was here not in a combat with 2 of my Watchers over here, and then everybody else over here failed their shots, ended up hitting one of my own guys and making him go prone into this combat with gambling over here. We had these 2 guys here charge into Rohirrim and kill him. It was a 3v1. And then I lost 2 more guys over here, and Theoden took 1 wound from Éomer, taking him down to 2 wounds, and he lost his 1 fate, was not able to succeed in ignoring the wound. So here we go into turn 5. All right, priority for turn 5. Let's see if Rohan finally gets a turn. Oh no! All right, goes to Harad again. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. So the Betrayer over here, he before movement cast a Transfix on Éomer right here, and was able to get it off on a 4 high. Éomer tried to resist with 2 dice and rolled a 2 high, unfortunately for him, so he got transfixed. Theoden and one of the Harad Raiders charged into him to trap him. And then all my other guys, we called a heroic move with my Harad King, and he called one with Theoden. My King won the roll-off, and so he was able to charge here into gambling. And then one of the raiders that was within 6 was able to come in to charge Theoden to cancel his heroic move. And so the rest of my guys just charged in here to cancel his moves from being able to throw throwing spears and being able to charge guys on foot to try and get some guys killed this turn. So all these guys, because they are we're all just in close combat now, they are not shooting, so they're just moving full speed ahead, trying to get to the fight as fast as possible to help out. So we'll let you know how things go at the end of combat. Alright guys, so we are back after combat for turn 5. So a lot of death here. Theoden and my one guy was able to win the roll-off in the transfixed Aemir fight. I was able to kill his horse and then deal 1 wound to Aemir. He faded it, so he was able to ignore it successfully. I killed, I think, 2 or 3 guys of his Royal Guard riders to break him over here in this fight. And then over here, I was not able to wound Theoden. I was trying to throw wounds into him to try and get points, victory points for the scenario with my Harad King. Rohan is officially broken now. Harad has got 8 more guys left to die before they get broken. So here we go, going in priority for turn 6. All right, guys, here we go, priority turn 6.
No.
I got a 3, he got a 1. All right, it goes to Harad again. For turn 6, we'll be right back. Alright guys, so after movement for turn 6, Theoden called a heroic move. He moved first and got out of the way. He swung all the way over here to try and get out of the way of everything and moved all of his guys to charge into my guys. My betrayer over here tried casting a transfix on Aemir, which he's right over here behind this Harad King. He failed his transfix on 2 dice. And then Theoden charged into Durnhelm, and then this little guy right here charged into Mary, who's right there. So we'll be right back after combat. All right, guys. So after turn 6, we had Theoden was able to get pushed back by Durnhelm. This guy right here killed Mary. Aemir got wounded because he was trapped and lost the fight against the king. Got dealt 3 wounds in total and was able to ignore 1 from the fate, so he's down to 1 health. Theoden did not get wounded, was able to kill this guy and 2 guys that had charged him. So he, I am got 13 guys dead, so 5 more, and Harad is broken. So here we go, going to turn 7. All right, here we go, turn 7. All right, goes to Harad again. 7 turns in a row. All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. So all of my Watchers of Karna moved up over here to try and swing over into the combats for next turn. These guys moved up. Theoden got charged by Durnhelm, and then Aemir ran away and to try and survive. And he got charged by my Harad King right here, and then these 2 guys charged into this Rohan guy here. So yeah, we'll be right back after the combats. Alright guys, so on the last turn of the game, I ended up being able to quarter Rohan on the last turn, on turn 7. The Betrayer moved in to transfix Aemir, and Aemir was able to resist it on a 5, and I rolled a 5. And then over here, my guys sadly did not get to join the combat. They ran all game, but they fought valiantly. Theoden over here was pushed off by Durnhelm with a shield, and then Theoden was over here. He killed the 1 guy. Unfortunately, was not able to wound him before being quartering Rohan, so no points there for wounding the leader. And then over here, these 2 guys were able, or the king was able right here to kill Aemir, and then these Gambling was able to survive with taking 1 wound and having 1 wound left. So the game ended up being a, we'll count up the final victory points and we'll be right back. Hey guys, so we had a great game tonight. Rohan and Harad were able to slug it out. Unfortunately for Rohan, they lost every priority in the game, which was surprising. I've never had that happen before, but Davis was a great opponent. At the end, Harad won with a 10-1 victory against Rohan, being able to have at least twice as many models in every corner of the board, and being able to break the opponent without being broken. Only points they lost were the 2 points for not being able to wound Theoden. So we had a great time, guys. Stay tuned for next week. We'll be having a painting video on stuff that I'm currently working on here in College Station. So stay tuned for that, and we'll have another battle report coming up. Let me know in the comments below what army you think I should take to Houston. 3 armies I'm thinking about doing right now is either the Harad army I brought tonight in the battle rep, which was just heavy shooting, 50% shooting, with Theoden, a Harad king, and with the Betrayer. Let me know if you think I should make any changes to the list. And then the other armies I'm thinking about doing are Dark Powers of Dol Guldur at 700 points, bring the Legendary Legion, or Goblin Town at 700 points. So guys, let me know in the comments down below what you think. Please like, subscribe to the video, and stay tuned for the next video. But guys, take care and have a great time wherever you're at in Middle Earth. Bye guys.